All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to bring our character. You should have like basically sort of a nude, bald model currently done, and we're just going to basically add the clothes and those sort of items. I'm just going to give you a real rough interview. I'm not or review of it. I'm not going to like do the whole thing. So first, you can open up the lightbox by either hitting the command key or you can click on this up here. Hopefully, there it goes. Okay, and then I'm just going to go recent, and anything that you save should be right here. So I'm trying to remember. We'll go with that one. So I'm opening that up. No, I don't need to save what I have. Okay, so, crap, that was not the one I wanted. Hang on, it's the second one I wanted. Okay, no. All right. Okay, so you should have, I kind of completed him a little bit farther. You can see he's just a very generic looking guy. I didn't do a lot of musculature or anything. I just did a real basic. I got to turn this back on. Just remember to turn that on. You might need to turn perspective on and off as well. Okay, so real basic guy, but he's nude. Would like him to have some clothes. Now, there's a bunch of different ways to go about doing this. I'm just going to show you one way that I think is a little bit easier and kind of go from there. Okay, so the way that I'm going to do it is through polygroups. If you hit Shift F or you click this button here, you'll see the polygroups that are currently there. Okay, and these right now are basically the polygroups that were made when we did the Z spheres. They come with polygroups. That's why you'll see that the kind of like sections here. Man, this thing is dark. But anyway, you could see kind of the different colors, right? So polygroups are basically just it's like what the name suggests, it's groups of polys, and it's just a way of organizing it. What's nice about it is that if I hold Control and Shift, and you can remember that's how you do the visibility, which I don't use that much, but if you hold Control and Shift and tap on a polygroup, it will only show that polygroup. So I can look at the different polygroups and turn them off as well. In order to basically view everything. And that's going to make it easier to do the close. What we're going to do is we're going to make polygroups of the close, and then we can separate them out, and then we can also put them into different subtools if we would like. It'll make everything a little bit easier just to polygroup it. But what I'm going to do first is just go ahead and polygroup the whole thing. So I'm going to go down here, and you'll see an area. Let me take subtools down. And you'll see an area that says polygroups. Open that up, and you see there's a bunch of different ways that we can make them. Right off the bat, I just want to make it one giant polygroup just to get rid of any of these extra ones that we have. So I'm just going to go group visible, and that'll make it all one color. So now we know that that is one polygroup, okay? I'm going to hit Shift F again to get rid of that. And I'm just going to draw out a t-shirt, something real simple, okay? So I'm just going to hold Command and, I'm sorry, not Command, Control. And then I'm just going to paint basically this mass. Remember, you want to make sure you have symmetry. If you don't, it's just the X button. That'll give you symmetry on X. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go all the way through here. I'm going to, back up. There we go. Back up. There we go. Cool. Okay. I'm just going to hold Control and click and drag. That'll go straight through. Come on. There it goes. All right. And then we'll just go like, computer's having a heart attack here. What is going on? Okay. Okay, I thought I was holding Control. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to basically draw the back of the shirt. All right, make sure you don't miss any pieces because you will regret that. See how like this, you gotta be real careful to make sure you get all the bits here. So we're going to give them like a hipster t-shirt where it's real low. But make sure, you know, try to get as good of a straight line as you can. All right. Something like that. If you do need to remove some, so there's a little bit of something extra there, I'm going to hold spacebar, make it a little bit smaller. If I need to remove some, just hold Control and Shift. I'm sorry, Control and Alt to do the opposite. And that will, you can go the opposite direction. Okay, so we'll say that that's a t-shirt. It's a little low here. Okay, I'm holding Alt. There it goes. So I'm just going to take off a little bit here by holding Control and Alt. Come on. There it goes. Okay, Control and Alt. There it goes. I don't know why my computer is having such a difficult time here. All right. Control and Alt. Make sure you try to get as clean of a line as possible. Trust me, it'll make things a little bit better for you. Okay. All right. So now I've masked out an area. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this. I don't know if that's dark or if it's just a shine. Okay. We're going to take this and we're just going to polygroup it. So now you just go over here and you'll see group masked. And now that's going to do that. It doesn't look like it did anything, but watch. If I hit Shift F, you're going to see some of it's masked. But now this is purple. I'm going to hold Control, click, and drag to clear my mask out. You can see now the shirt is purple. Pretty great. Okay, so I need some other areas. So obviously I'm just going to leave it that he's wearing a t-shirt. I'm not going to do anything extra beyond that. But let's say I want him to do pants, right? So I need to do that. So the easiest way for me is I'm actually just going to hold Control and Shift and tap this polygroup just to get rid of that one. And then I can just start masking this out. All right, so, okay. I'm just make sure I hold Shift. And this is actually one of those times where if you do perspective, you turn it off, you'll end up with a straighter line. So I'm going to hold Control, click, and drag, and go roughly across. We'll say that's fine. And I'm just going to make a polygroup out of that. So we'll just do group masked. And now you can see we have a polygroup there. That is also fine. So I'm going to hold Control, click, and drag to clear out my mask. I'm going to hold Control and Shift and click on this just to make that go away, and it leaves us with what's left. And I don't want these all to be of the same polygroup. So I'm just going to go ahead and polygroup this, even though they're separated like I need them to be. So I'm just going to hold Control, click, and drag over it, and we're going to group masked. If for some reason you don't like what you're getting, like, oh, I don't like purple, you can keep hitting it. It will change the colors. So you can keep clicking it until you get a color you think works better for you. So we'll just, whatever, go with that one. That's fine. I'm going to hold Control, click, and drag to clear the mask. I'm going to hold Control and Shift to turn that one off. Now I've got just the arms and the head. Now I could do I'm going to do the two arms together. I feel like that's just easier. So I'm going to hold Control, click, and drag over the whole thing. And then we will group masked. Group masked. Okay, we'll call that good. And now I'm just going to bring everything back by holding Control and clicking. Oh, Control, click, and drag. Now click. Oh, sorry, Control and Shift click. I was Control and Shift click. Anyway, so all right. So now I'm gonna hit Shift. Well, I'm gonna hold this on there, but you can see, right? These are too close to color, but now they are in groups. Okay, and that makes things a little bit easier to work with, and you'll see why. So let's say I want to make this shirt, right? So what'll be easier is if I hold Control, Shift, and click on it. Now it's only the shirt, and what I can do here is I can go through and I am just going to basically pull this out, okay? So I'm going to hold, and you can use this if you want or not. There's enough geometry here, I feel like, to do what I need. So I'm just going to hold that. I'll make this a little bit bigger, and I'm on the standard brush, so BST. And I'm just going to brush basically this line here to pull it out, okay? And I'll smooth it. And we'll just pull this out as well. All right, and I'll just hold Shift to smooth. I'm going to hold hit Shift F because I find that's a little bit hard. And I'll smooth it out. All right, I'm just trying to put a little bit here as well. Oops, come on. All right, something like that. That looks fine. You know, I got to add more girth to this whole thing anyway, so I'm going to hold Shift, and I'm just going to basically add more thickness to this shirt here. All right, and we also need to do the top. So let's just go around and just make sure it fades down so it doesn't look weird. And we'll just go right around. All right, so we'll just go like that. Okay, and then what I can do from here is just give it wrinkles and stuff so it looks a little bit more like a shirt. So I'm just going to go over here and let's make this a little bit smaller, kind of give him some wrinkles of a shirt here. All right, so let's make this a little bit bigger for that. Oops. Also, if you can use, I found my Wacom tablet, so I don't have a Cintiq. I just have the basic. Man, come on. I think it might be the screen capture because it like doesn't, like keeps conking out on me. I'm not really sure why. But I found my come on. Jeez. This is annoying. Come on, man. What is going on? This is starting to annoy me. Okay. But, you know, I would basically try to get some shirt wrinkles and such, if it would let me. Kind of a thing. So you get the idea, right? Do some back here as well. All right. Just imagine I did a good job. It's just this thing's sort of, annoying me. Anyway, so we'll say that that's good, right? So that's like a shirt. This looks weird, but all right. So anyway, we'll do that. Now what I want to do is just get everything back. So I'll just hold Control and Shift and click. And you can see that will actually pull it out where the shirt line is, right? So that looks pretty acceptable. And then I'll just do that for all of the pieces that I need to do. So I also need to do these pants, right? So I'll hold Control Shift and click. Now it's just the pants are selected. And from here, I can, basically do some adjustments as well. So we'll just do something like that and, give them some lines here. Smooth that out. This is one of those things where you probably are better off actually looking at a picture of pants. Oh my god. Yeah, come on, man. I'm gonna give it a second. What is going on? Come on. There we go. And then I'll just smooth it out, but make sure you get the pants on the bottom here, right? So usually they kind of do this weird fold on the bottom. All right, but you get kind of the idea. Imagine I did a good job. It's kind of hard right now because the thing is, and I don't want to spend a bunch of time just having you guys watch me sculpt some pants, but you get the idea, right? So I got some pants going on. Then just hold Control Shift and click outside of here. Come on, there it goes. Okay. And you can see, right? So now I've got some clothing. So now we're going to call that good, but you would spend a lot more time on it, make it look a little bit better. Some of it too, if you want to do a really nice job, you're actually going to want to turn off the mirroring, because if you mirror, I might do it just for teaching purposes and stuff. You can leave it on because it takes time, but really the shirt and stuff would be asymmetrical. It wouldn't be perfectly symmetrical across. You can start with symmetry and then just undo the symmetry when you get to the end. But we'll call that good. So now you can see we kind of made sort of clothing. Obviously he needs better shoes. They're just pieces of dough right now. Yeah, so I'm going to call that good on that. And then the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to basically add like kind of other ways of adding some stuff, as well as separating this out and remeshing